Yo, what up, homies? It's your boy. Shimbo. How you doing? Hope you're all having a good day. I'm gonna start this show off with a berry blast. This here's a berry blend of my finest strawberries. Struble berries. The greatest ever. We're going to preheat the oven. I've already washed the pan. Preheat an oven. Bake. Convection. Then we're going to turn the convection up to about 420. And we're going to let that spin for 10 minutes. Next, you're going to heat that up. Turn the power on. Hit play button. You got to walk over here, drop and drop. Let's see what else there is. Sometimes there's something else. Let's put a couple falafel waffles in there. Put a couple falafel waffles in there. No, we just had falafel. We got bruschetta. I picked up bruschetta, and we'll have falafel with tzatziki. Tomorrow or the next day, we'll get some tomatoes. No, we have bruschetta. We'll just use what we got. We'll be able to make a nice wrap. Ooh, we got this focaccia. Well, I mean, it's actually white bread dough. We're going to turn that into, some cinnamon twists. Is that a thing? Cinnamon and cane sugar, maple syrup. Ooh, really thin though, really small like sticks. I'm going to roll them out into the stuff, slice them on the bias, and then cut them again. So they're really super thin after they kind of fluff out. We'll cut them again. Then we're going to bake those off in the oven, 420 for about 5 or 10 minutes, depending. I might roll some cinnamon and some raisins through some other ones and just leave them as like a cinnamon breadstick. You can roll a little, you can put a little butter, strewn a little butter across there, and away she goes. Also, we're going to do a plant-based cheese stick, and we're going to, you think I'm playing, I'm ultra boss. I made a focaccia that was to die for. One of the things I found was it was a little bit thick, which it was of bread. It was a focaccia bread. I succeeded with my focaccia bread. Now we're going to take out as much salt in this as we can. I think the bread dough itself is a little bit, not too salty, but I think it is already got enough salt in it for whatever you're doing. So you might want to wash off your olives. That's a way to reduce the salt. Rinse them in a little bit of a, rinse out the jar and then wash them in the jar they came in, right? Chop them up, and that'll save a lot of the salts. I read that a long time ago, and I've continued to use that over the years. If I find stuff is too salty, for instance, black olives, I find they come extremely salty. I always wash and rinse out a can of black olives before I chuck them on, most of the time. Okay, you'll find your oven is darn near preheated. I use a parchment so that it doesn't, a small piece of parchment paper will ensure that you don't have to spend a lot of time doing dishes later on, okay? So what I like to do is have just a tiny little drip of water in the pan, and then I'll apply I'll put a piece of parchment down and it sticks all the time, especially if the oven's hot and everything's working together. That's what I do. It works every time. Again, saw that on Food Network like 20 years ago. And it's muscle memory type thing. That you use these tricks of the trade in the kitchen or wherever you are. It's like using a screwdriver, doing a bike, riding a bike. Yeah, you feel shaky at first, but you've done it before, you know what I mean? Muscle memory is easier and retains longer, I've found, since I've had certain things go on regarding my memory. Muscle memory is really a unique thing. So, but then there's also the memories that you can trigger from smells, which I found to be the most interesting. Apparently, what I read was, don't quote me, go learn something for yourself, is that the easiest and the longest memories are smells. So you could trigger a memory or a thought from back at Christmas time, 1980s, 1984, you know? That first time you had a Christmas cookie with the perfect icing. For me, it's Easter with the Easter buns and a little bit of white glaze on the Easter bun icing. Oh, epic. One of the first times I tried a wedge, a potato wedge. You know, ever had like wedges before? From a restaurant or like a gas station. One of the first times I ever had wedges, I was like, oh my goodness, there's like chicken coating on the wedge. I'm like, who thought of this? You know what I mean? Like, those are things that have stuck with me. Again, there's like candy corn, Mojo's green and orange ones, and Lifesaver suckers, orange and green. Those are the epic things that I enjoy from my childhood. Do you guys remember bubblegum tape and stuff like that? So things like that. I've been using the Salt and Sealer, Smart Sealer, and it's pretty epic. I'll tell you. Pretty epic. Right now, me and the wife, we're checking out Presumed Innocent on Apple TV. So I'm in the kitchen here doing my thing, making us something to eat here. I think we're gonna have some sort of side salad or something. Let me see what we can put together here. Let me see, boys. We got, we'll have a couple sandwiches this week, and they'll be epic and tasty. We got tofurkey till, you know, December or something like that. That'll be gone right away, but we have some, right? So we're gonna have some salade of the, which way should we go with it? I think we'll go just the, let me see. That's a good question. Which way should we go with the salade? We're gonna use a little bit of this. Let's spruce it up a little, you know what I'm saying? Oh, epic, we got guacamole. So I bought guacamole. What else did I pick up here? We got a French onion plant-based dip here. We'll have to check that out. And then we also have a plant-based tzatziki sauce. So we'll be getting into these. And then we have these wonderful jams. Okay, I've got to close the fridge. Well, I was looking for some dressing. Where is it? Like, we also have these, I guess. I could whip up a salad, you know, dressing with this. Let's do it. You know, let's live a little. Let's put a super salad dressing together right now before your eyes, okay? So I've got this wonderful bowl here, which is very sexy. We're gonna put that to work here right now. All garbage and recycling I did this morning, so I swept and I vacuumed. I haven't mopped. I'll mop tonight, and then it'll be good for the week, starting fresh. And we're gonna wash the walls. I'm gonna wash the walls tomorrow and the next day, and wash all the windows. And then that's done for the year. And then all the security cameras and everything have perfect vision, motion sensors, fucking tripwire. I got it all, baby. Razor wire, tripwire. Got my ropes ready to hog tie people if they come getting out of hand too early in the season this year, you know what I'm saying? I don't even have a clue how to hog tie. I was watching that show, Presumed Innocent, just gory as you wouldn't believe. Like, I'm not into that. But I like the other side of it, you know, the lawyery part. I'm all into like Perry Mason and stuff, you know, that's what I'm into. So Jake Gyllenhaal plays a lawyer. I'm not gonna spoil it, but stuff goes down, and Jake Gyllenhaal, like, we're on episode, like, I just started watching like 5 minutes ago, and already I'm like gripping the sheets, like chewing on them. I'm like, babe, maybe I should go make something to eat. Like, you know, I'm sweating and stuff. She's like, yeah, okay. So I'm in here trying to cook something, but it's not going the greatest right now. This food's frozen. The temperature's on. I keep jacking up the temperature, you know what I mean? I got it on bake again. I want it on convection. So stuff's going down right now. Let's put 15 minutes on there and see what happens at 4:35, 4:40. 54:40? No, we're gonna go at 4. We're gonna go to 4:20 because that's a long time. 15 minutes is probably too long for Impossible Burgers. Let's go 12 minutes at 4:20. I want them cooked to perfection, right? So now for the salad, we got these wonderful accoutrements here. I will serve up, and we will get into what really goes down here in the kitchen. We're going to end that poll. I'm going to start up another video. Thanks so much for tuning in, folks. I'll see you next time. Remember, be a boss. Don't be a puss.